I'm angry. And so I'm here today with my very first rant video about something a student said about my class that was completely wrong. And I just want to talk about it and let you know how much this can actually affect a teacher who loves what they do and even starts to make them question it. So let's get started. If you don't know me, my name is Kristin, and I teach online as a freelance teacher for Lingoda. And this is not an attack on Lingoda. I really love working for them. And even though I will not become a teaching millionaire anytime soon, the other benefits, which I talk about in another video, so please check that out. I'll put the link to it in the notes. It is a questioning about, I don't know, maybe society. I want to share basically what happened with you. I'm not going to give specific names or anything, but I will give you enough details. And I would love to hear your opinion. Okay, let's go. I was called racist. I had a student that had class with me Monday night, and within that day to the next day, she felt insulted enough by what I said to her to send an email to Lingoda. And in the right way, Lingoda then sent me an email with a copy of her complaint asking me to explain what happened and what I thought happened and perhaps why the student came to this conclusion. And I have to commend Lingoda on this because there are many companies that would just say, get out, you're fired, you're done. Especially when you find out that I was dealing with a Chinese student. And there's a little bit more about that coming up, why that's important. I did reply to the complaint and explained what I thought happened. And I will need to wait another day for Lingoda to get back to me because I'm in the United States and they are 5 or 6 hours ahead of me, based in Germany. And so their office is already closed for the day. So the basic gist of what happened in this class is that the student was role playing and the class was about technical support. And she was pretending to be a customer who was upset about a Wi-Fi issue. And another student was role playing as the technical support person. And when she was done, I said to her, "Oh my gosh, you sound just like my Chinese friend." And that wasn't an insult, it was a compliment. This is somebody that I knew very well. And if I had closed my eyes, it could have been this person. And she laughed and we continued on with the class. That wasn't the end of the class. Later on, we were studying some language points in the class, and it was ways to tell people how to do something using imperatives, but trying to direct someone to follow directions. And the lesson point was try turning it off. And so we went through the 3 levels of politeness level. Turn it off, little direct. Try turning it off, much nicer. Please try turning it off, the nicest way to give a direct, command when someone is following your directions. She did not follow the directions. She was the 3rd or 4th person to go through this practice. And we had some sentences. And when I asked her to be more polite, I wasn't calling her rude. I had said this to 2 students prior to her, and it meant use the more polite form that we had just studied. And so her complaints were that I said she sounded Chinese and I called her impolite, which I did not. I called her rude. That's what she said. I did not. I did say she sounded like my Chinese friend, but if that was taken as an insult, then she should have said something to me. And that's the point I want to get to next. We are all adults, okay? Lingoda is teaching adult students, which is why I love it, to improve their English. I'm an English teacher. I don't teach any of the other languages. And if she didn't understand what I said or she felt insulted, she should have said something. I work very, very hard to create a feeling or an atmosphere of comfort and ease in my classes. I'm relaxed, I'm very laid back. If you need corrections, directions, or rules, I will give them to you, but I try to do it in as easy and simple a way as possible. And, we're adults. She was not a young teenager who didn't know the rules and the way things were going. She was at least in her 30s, a grown woman who could easily say, "Hey, what did you mean by that?" And I would have explained to her. And if I felt I was wrong, I would have apologized to her. But I didn't say anything wrong. At least I don't feel I did. Do you think I said anything wrong? Just share your opinions. I really would like to know. Um, so at this point, I'm not sure what will happen, but I want to get back to the fact that I mentioned that she was Chinese. Um, if there's one race or one culture that most people would think that I would never be racist to, it's the Chinese. It's the only other country I've lived in. I started learning Mandarin. I'm not very good at it. I lived there and taught in a private language school for adults. And as a freelance teacher, Lingoda is just one part of my work. I also teach private students through several other companies and on my own, and 80 to 90% of them are Chinese. It's people I know, it's people I talk to every day because I have friends that are still there. And I think that's the part that hurts the most. She doesn't know these personal facts about me, and that's fine. But I just feel that there has to be a better way to deal with issues like this because in some online training schools, I could lose my job instantly just by her complaint. And I don't think that's fair. In the language world, the online language world especially, teachers are at a huge disadvantage right now. The students of the world have more power, the companies that pay these teachers, and I don't know. I'm just looking for ways that it might be more equitable for the teachers and the students. You know, I do what I do because I love it, not because I'm getting rich. You're not going to get rich being an online English teacher. You're not, right? But my goal is to teach as many students and share English with them. I have this channel that's free. I have Facebook group. I have an Instagram account, and I teach. And the Facebook and Instagram, that's free too. I share tips and posts and language things, and that's because I love to share the English language. My cup here, my daughter got me. Sorry for the strange noise, but world's bestest English teacher. Even though we know bestest is not grammatically correct, right? It's what I do. It's who I am. And I just feel that if anything I said to anybody ever insulted you or hurt you, tell me. You got to tell me first because how can I figure it out? And in this instance, I feel she was absolutely misunderstanding what had been said. And if she would have asked me, I could have cleared that up immediately because I don't want anybody feeling like I'm attacking them. Because I might have said something that she misunderstood because of the language difference. I don't think so. Her English was pretty good. She's been in an English speaking country for many years. She told us that. And the best part is, I will show this on the screen, is that every other student from that class was two nights ago. 4 students left comments, 4 out of 5. And that's highly unusual to get that many comments from one class. Hers was the negative one. And the other 3, I'll put right here on the screen. These are great. These are the kind of comments you like, right? These are the kind of comments I want to see. Comments like, the class was called Solving Technical Problems. Love it. Excellent teacher. Funny course. We had fun. We were role playing and we were being silly. Good teacher. Energy, sympathy. And you can see my rating's a 4.81. The average English teacher average is 4.76. So I'm a little bit higher than the average scores there. But how can 3 other people have had fun and enjoyed the class And they were all from different cultures. And so she felt attacked. And I just, I want to see if anybody can come up with an idea, suggestions, how we can handle this kind of situation going forward. If they're going to complain to the school, possibly looking to get me reprimanded, I don't know, just complain. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have all the details. I do not know how Lingoda proceeds with this because this has never happened to me. But I'm upset enough about it to want to share my thoughts and feelings so that if ever anybody wants to complain about something that happened to them, if I truly was racially inappropriate, you complain. You tell somebody because that's wrong. You shouldn't accept that. But I don't know many online English teachers who are racially inappropriate deliberately, right? I mean, occasionally anybody can make a mistake, but we do what we do because we love the language and we love to share it with everybody from all different cultures. And so, yeah, I'm looking for your ideas, your opinions. If you want, please share them below. I would love to hear them. I know this is quite a different video than I normally do, but it was important to me, and I just wanted to share this aspect of being an online teacher. You have to be prepared for that if you're a teacher, and I also would love for online students to listen to it because we must be aware that our actions can have serious consequences to the livelihood, the job of online teachers. Yeah, it can really affect them. So thanks for listening to me. Hey, never stop learning. See you next week.